8-round bout featuring a pair of featherweights. Irvin Gonzalez, 12-0, 9 knockouts. Trying to stay undefeated as he takes on a sneaky good contender here in Elijah Pierce out of Midwest City, Oklahoma. And some masquerading on his way to the ring with Elijah Pierce. 8-1, 7 knockouts.
Elijah Pierce was a very good amateur who just kind of got caught up around the same graduating class, shall we call it, as Teofimo Lopez and Gennaro Gomez, who were both lightweights at the very same time, going through the same tournaments, going through the same trials. But this is a guy who won a lot of state championships. He's a good, slick boxer who models his style after Pernell Whitaker, and he could be a tough night for absolutely anybody.
And he does not shy away from the competition. It's his first fight of 2019, really his first fight in 11 months. But his last two opponents here now, 23-0 combined record.
Yeah, and I like Pierce. I think Elijah Pierce is the real deal. A few flaws that I've seen in him, but he can really fight. Fast hands, slick southpaw, he can really fight. This is the interesting matchup. Irvin Gonzalez loves to attack, so this is going to be a good fight.
The 12-0 Irvin Gonzalez out of Worcester, Massachusetts, trying to defeat his second straight southpaw. Facing a southpaw for the second time in his pro career.
See the tail of the tape here. Undefeated record with Gonzalez with 9 KOs. The age and height similar. The 2-pound weight advantage could be a factor because Irvin Gonzalez loves to attack. So let's see if Elijah Pierce with his slickness and sharp punches can keep the heavier guy off.
Elijah Pierce has never fought in the Northeast, and he is coming off his first ever loss back on June the 9th of last year against the then undefeated Giovanni Maioletti of Chicago. He lost the unanimous decision in 10 rounds. That was, again, in Tacoma, Washington. Gonzalez has fought 5 times during that time period. Let's go to the middle of the ring with Miguel Flores.
Ladies and gentlemen, Broadway Boxing presents our co-main event of the evening. 8 rounds for the WBC USNBC Silver Featherweight Championship. Brought to you by Lou DeBella's Entertainment. Sponsored by Nissan of Queens, Optics, Azad Watches, Cristo Steakhouse, and Gallardi Insurance. The judges ringside are Don Trella, Glenn Feldman, and John McKay. The referee in charge of the action is Sade Murdaugh. Introducing first in the blue corner, wearing the gold trunks, he weighed in at 124 pounds. With 8 victories, 7 coming by way of KO, to just 1 defeat, out of Oklahoma City, Oklahoma, presenting Elijah Sweet Pea Pierce. And his opponent across the way in the red corner, wearing the purple and white trunks, he weighed in at 126 pounds. His record undefeated, 12 victories, 9 by knockout, out of Worcester, Massachusetts, presenting Irvin Gonzalez.
We are about to get underway in our co-main event. Irvin Gonzalez against Elijah Pierce. 9 knockouts for Gonzalez in 12 pro fights, though his last 2 wins lasted all 8 rounds. And something to keep an eye on here is this one. It's scheduled for 8 rounds. And a bit of hardware on the line here between these two.
Yeah, regional title on the line, which, you know, may mean nothing to some people, but in terms of the rankings, that's really what's meaningful. And Irvin Gonzalez, having just come off his first appearance on Showbox, is a guy who's trying to evolve from a prospect to a contender. And winning titles like this is exactly how you do it.
Gonzalez in the purple trunks, the gaudy gold trunks for Elijah Pierce. Coming in again 8-1 with 7 knockouts.
Seeing his two guys, contrasting styles, because Elijah Pierce is a slick southpaw, loves to stand in front of you, make you miss, work those fast combinations, and Gonzalez is an aggressive, assertive type guy. So in order for Pierce to win, he needs to come out of his comfort zone. He needs to attack. Because one thing I did notice in Gonzalez, wide stance, because he's so aggressive. So if you push him backwards, his balance is not that good.
One thing that won't be an issue for Gonzalez is his conditioning. Sometimes you hear fighters' training regiments and they just blow you away. Irvin Gonzalez is a guy who likes to run twice a day. He'll get up, he'll do his run in the morning, and then at night have a cool-down run.
And he got hurt.
And he's hurt! On the ropes! Trying to fight back, and another clean shot to the left side by Elijah Pierce. Another one, and down goes Gonzalez!
Nice overhand left. I said he needs to attack, and that's exactly what he did. He needed to come out of his comfort zone and attack.
Irvin Gonzalez stunned in round 1.
We said that Elijah Pierce, as you put it, was sneaky good and a live dog. He's more than that right now.
Well, what did I say at the start of this fight?
It was that left hook. Let's see if he can connect with another.
But Elijah Pierce needs to calm down and work the body and then bring it back up top.
Pierce still working upstairs, and a couple of good counters from Gonzalez.
Nice jab by Pierce. See, Gonzalez shouldn't try to fight his way out. Nothing wrong. You lost this round. Get on your bike, grab hold, and get out the round.
Gonzalez trying to work his way back. Couple of wide punches from both sides. Pierce kind of with the expression of, yeah, you didn't think this was coming, did you, big fella?
And this plays right into Pierce's hand, because he loves to stand in front of you and make you miss. So it's going to be natural for Gonzalez to try to wing his way back into this fight. And that plays right into the hands.
And another big connection from Pierce. Another. Down goes Gonzalez again. And this is over. First round. No, not yet.
He's going to be saved by the bell.
That was just the referee aggressively pushing Pierce back. And Gonzalez walking toward the official. And he is saved by the bell. But you take a look at the feet, still wobbly, and Gonzalez takes his seat. 2 first-round knockdowns by Elijah Pierce.
Gonzalez is going to need every second of this 1 minute. He was in deep, deep trouble. And I don't know. I mean, Elijah Pierce was landing power shots at will. Irvin Gonzalez is really going to have to alter things to get back into this fight.
Well, you can see here, overhand right to the top of the head, equilibrium shot. See, you do a little dance, legs go a little funny there. And then when Pierce had him against the ropes, he attacked. Right hook got blocked somewhat, and he caught Gonzalez in between firing with that overhand left. He had him in terrible, terrible, terrible trouble.
One thing that we just saw here that we hadn't seen so far in previous bouts tonight, an opponent gets knocked down and not as much as aggression of that you'd expect trying to capitalize on that knockdown. Pierce was right on him after that first knockdown in the first.
One of the issues for Gonzalez right now are that his instincts are always to fight. And that may not be the best thing for him. It probably is not the best thing for him to do right now.
Well, he only knows one gear, to fight. So this comes back to that old playground slogan. You bully a bully. You fight a bully back. Gonzalez loves the fight.
And a combo left from Gonzalez as they smother in the middle of the ring. Pierce
nice left hook to the body.
Trying to rebound after his first loss. And a nice quick uppercut from Gonzalez.
And Gonzalez is hurt again.
Yeah.
He got hit with two massive left hands again. The same shot.
Stand pretty much straight up. And another good cross that wobbles Gonzalez back. And here comes Irvin. Trying to do more and even up this fight. As we approach the final 10 seconds of round number 2. Back into the corner. And a couple of good sweeping shots from Elijah Pierce to close out the action in round 2. He means business here against Irvin Gonzalez. Let's go down to ringside. Dan Canobio with the birthday boy, Lou DiBella.
Mr. Lou DiBella.
We got a war right here.
We have a war in our
Harold
hands.
Letterman would love this fight.
Nice. We did a nice tribute for Harold. What did Harold mean to you and the Broadway boxing as a whole?
Harold was an icon to the sport. Harold loved boxers. Harold loved boxing, fighters, the fans. Harold treated, the president of HBO the same way he would treat a fan that not tapped him on the shoulder at a card. He was the greatest ambassador for boxing. I loved Harold Letterman. He was as good of a boxing guy as there were and as good as a man as I've known.
Now, Harold would have enjoyed this card as a whole. We've seen a little bit of everything tonight.
We have seen everything so far in this card. We got some great action. This is World War III right here. Let's get back to round 3.
Wait a second. It is your birthday, and I promised Twitter that I would deliver at least one birthday punch for Lou DiBella on his birthday, so here it is. Oh, right hand. Back to you guys.
And we are underway in round 4.
As if we didn't have enough punches landing.
I beg your pardon, round 3. The action picking up here in this co-main event with Elijah Pierce coming out firing on all cylinders against Irvin Gonzalez.
And it's funny because I made my notes, keys to victory for both these guys. So for Gonzalez, I wrote, Gonzalez needs to attack. He's comfortable stalking and throwing combinations. Relentless attack. If it doesn't work, keep attacking. That's the only way I see him win is attacking. But it's going to backfire on him.
Pierce doing a good job lunging in with those stiff jabs. Again, more stiff punches thrown from Pierce.
Well, you have to love what you've seen out of Elijah Pierce so far in this fight, right up until that moment.
Good double jab to a cross, backing Pierce up.
Well, you love to see guys like Pierce who are slick, who can slip punches, who are defensively sound and can walk you down at the same time. It's a really beautiful art when guys can blend both.
Pierce covering up good.
Now what Pierce is trying to do, which I don't like, he's waiting too much. He's covering up, letting Gonzalez get off, and then he's trying to fire. Whereas the first round, he was punching with Gonzalez. That's how he's able to score those knockdowns.
Gonzalez recovering just a bit here in the first half of round 3. and so far winning this round with Pierce.
Well, two things are happening right now. Number one, Pierce has kind of stepped off the gas a little, either because he's tiring or strategically, as you were saying, Brian. But also, Gonzalez has kind of found a bit of a boxing gear here. It's not always pretty, but he's at least keeping him at range and staying out of danger.
If you are Pierce, Brian, and a couple of big connections, Pierce tagging away, laying on the leather, and Elijah Pierce pulling off the upset.
Good stoppage. Gonzalez is complaining because he's home and because he is an embarrassing situation. But good stoppage.
The first defeat of Irvin Gonzalez's career comes here at Foxwoods as Elijah Pierce knocks him out here in round 3.
But on paper, again, scouting both these guys, I knew this would be a difficult fight for Gonzalez. I just didn't know if Pierce would be able to sustain the attack of Gonzalez. And he was. Here's the end of the fight. Gonzalez's legs were never really the same after that first round. Every time he got hit, he got moved. And when he got moved, his legs did funny things. He's complaining. He was upset about being stopped. But there's nothing wrong with that stoppage. It was not premature.
Exactly. And when you see a fighter who's hurt basically any time he's touched with the same punch, I don't know that there was a way that Irvin was really going to turn that around. That is the appropriate time to stop it for the health of the fighter.
Correct.
His first Northeast fight, if you didn't know him then, you know him now. Elijah Pierce back to the middle of the ring with Miguel Flores.
Ladies and gentlemen, the end comes at 2 minutes and 12 seconds of round number 3. For your winner by TKO, and now the WBC USNBC Silver Featherweight Champion, Elijah Sweet Pea Pierce.
Victorious is
Okay,
Elijah
with our
Pierce.
winner here, Mr.
Go to the middle of the ring
Pierce
with Dan.
Comes into the Lions Den, picks up the win, moves to 9-1. Take us through the fight. It was back and forth action. We were able to stop him early and ultimately won the fight.
Well, first off, I want to thank God for this victory. I want to thank my dad. Man, this is a dream, man. If everybody knew what I've been through lately, and I found my way back home with my dad, man, and now everything it just came into fruition. But as far as the fight, it was tough. We knew he was a tough opponent. We knew he was gonna come to fight. So all we did, we just stuck with the game plan. I listened to my team, and we came out victorious.
Now, the question, always in these post-fight interviews, what's next for you? Moving on to 10-1 now.
We back in camp, baby. We getting right back to it. I'm coming for belts. Everybody will sleep on me. I've always been underrated my whole boxing career. I was the only one from Oklahoma to make the Olympic trials. People still underestimated me, but it don't matter. I'm coming strong. I'm gonna keep training. I'm gonna keep going hard. I do it for my daughter, my 2-year-old daughter, for my wife, for my family. I want to thank my mom for coming out here, my cousin Coco for coming out here. I just want to thank my whole family who's been supporting me. And this is a dream. I just thank everybody here who came out to the fight. I appreciate all of y'all. Everybody who rooting on me, I appreciate y'all.
Let's give it up for Elijah Pierce coming into the Lions Den and picking up an upset win. Back to you guys.
Well, just 2 months shy of his 3-year anniversary of turning pro, Elijah Pierce scores arguably the most impressive victory of his young career.
Yeah, you said it best off the top. Elijah Pierce was going to be sneaky dangerous, and that's kind of who he's been throughout his career. Yeah, he has the one loss on his professional ledger. He said he had some personal issues going on that might have contributed to that, but ultimately, this guy was really, really good as an amateur. He just so happened to be stuck behind